Everybody, how you doing? Hope all well, hope all great. I'm Jashin Kapani, the founder and CEO of I'm Decor and Design. We're in the business of designing and manufacturing home and office decor and choose solutions and all that. Besides that, it's a weekend, so let me tell you, I'm also a drummer. I play with the Delhi Drum Circle. I'm into fitness and exercising as well, and I also speak at various forums, theatre, culture, music, creativity, art, everything is something which I totally enjoy and I kind of am engaged in. It's not that my work wants me to be a part of it, it's just that I enjoy it, and I think that when you're kind of enjoying something, you do more of it and all that rather than something which is Hindi mein kehte hain, thopod on you, okay? So the point is, what is the share all about? The share and the point is basically about not doing anything, So the last share was on start. We're always thinking we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But the point is, some of us don't realize this that we're already on a start mode. The moment I record this video and I share it and stuff, I've already started something of mine, which is thinking, which is sharing my thoughts and stuff like that. Posting something online is as good as a creative task and everything and all that. So if you stay consistent on it, you're actually practicing more, you're improving even better and stuff. You can kind of take a rain check whenever you want and you don't want to post and stuff like that. And you go out and you live in the real world and stuff. So I'm emphasizing being in the real world and stepping outside your virtual world. I will explain it to you through a certain set of lines here because I follow those, and it's a realization that as a founder, CEO, or even as an idea person, a creative person, or someone who's engaged in meeting a lot of people and doing a lot of stuff and all that, it's very important to take a breather and also switch off. So it's not that you have to switch off your brain from thinking and all that, because I've already shared this before a number of times that the human brain has about 80,000 thoughts coming to us, so controlling all of them is not an easy task and stuff, and let your thoughts go. So this is not therapy, this is not mental health and stuff, this is genuinely about creative people and thinkers and stuff, that sometimes you have a lot of ideas coming in and stuff, and this is where I'm inspired from to share how it helps to create a clean space, including maybe a number of hours or maybe a number of days or a weekend, to not keeping it as a busy schedule on your calendar. So let me read it out to you. First of all, cheers to you on a lovely cup of amazing coffee. So this is another cup of mine which I've already polished off, chai in the morning. And if you can see this is something from my collection. This is a artistic, creative, piece that I put together. This is a sample here, so I think it's come out perfectly well and fine. And yes, the jasmine, it's remains from my chai and stuff and all that. But anyways, so I've included these flowers because the aroma is so refreshing and stuff, and I don't require basically incense sticks or fragrances around me and all that. Okay, so back to the share. The share is about how to be more creative, how to be more efficient, how to be more rejuvenated and more improvised as a person who is doing a lot of stuff and all that, managing a home, managing your relationships, managing country relationships, managing yourself, your health, your pet, your family, your siblings, your relationships, your work, shopping, your hair, maintenance on the weekend and stuff, looking after your car, looking after your home. So a lot to do, right? And everybody has the same 24/7. So what helps? Okay. So here is a set of lines which I have written down my own experience and stuff, and I'm sure it's going to ring a bell with a lot of you and stuff. So it says, it is obvious that we are required to be efficient and productive at work, and sometimes we just don't have it in us to give ideas and stuff like that. So what do you do? So in such a time, you need to have a downtime and create a clean space on your calendar, which is a part of your schedule, to have a completely clean space where you are kind of working less and you are actually allowed to refreshen up your mind and say no to a lot of stuff which you are so used to doing because that's the way you've been doing. इस टाइम पे मेल करना है, इस टाइम पे पोस्ट करना है, इस टाइम पे सोशल मीडिया पे आना है, इस टाइम पे खाना खाना है, इस टाइम पे सोना है, इस टाइम पे ड्राइव करना है, इस टाइम पे प्रेजेंटेशन करना है. What I've said is that it's like I got to post a mail at this time, I've got to send a video at this time, I've got to record at this time, I've got to send a presentation at this time. So life becomes a little stagnated or fixated and stuff, and you don't feel inspired or motivated. Everybody does it in your office. So what is it and how is it that you can kind of counter, attack, or get back on your creative side? Okay. So, in addition to refreshing your mind, the downtime normally helps you become more creative by giving you ideas and to incorporate those into your own ideas. So, when we're doing something repetitively, it feels like something like a back of the hand, okay? It's like you're used to driving a certain distance, so you know it's going to be just the drive, it's just going to be the music, it's just going to be you. And while you're driving, you're going to be questioning around anything new happening, nothing happening, because so you're used to that, okay? But if you were to change the route, and if you're going to, let's say, change the mode of your transport, you don't go by a car, you go by a metro, you go by a bus, or you go in a rickshaw. You're going to start exploring a lot of new things and stuff. So similarly, when you do a downtime and you start kind of disconnecting from work and the same stuff and the same environments, then you kind of have a switch in your thinking and your outlook and stuff, and that's where your creativity kind of gets back, okay? So it's tried and tested and stuff. So the best thinking is when you're walking, okay? So why am I saying this? I'm saying this because when you're walking, you think you're not doing anything, but actually when you're walking, that's when your brain is working the most, you're thinking the most. And I'm the live example here. When I walk every day, I go to certain areas, I explore. So first I would just go on the chartered territories, as they say, unexplored, something which unexplored areas did not interest me and stuff, and I started doing that during Corona. And now, because I have got the strays and I've got so many friends in my neighborhood, I make it a point to walk. And as I walk, I explore new areas and new ideas come to me. So let's say something which I posted, this happened to me yesterday, something which I posted online. I don't know how to find a solution for that. And I went walking today, and I was walking with the dogs and stuff, and my dogs took me to a certain area, and I looked to my right, and there was a solution to one of the ideas that I've actually posted 3-4 days back, or set of drums that appeared before me. I don't know where to get the drums from and all that. And then I came back and I took some inspired action of posting online that, look, I'm looking for some drums and I'm looking for some stuff and all that. So please get in touch with me and connect with me. Connect with me if you've got a few handy and stuff. So this is how it works, okay? So this is something which I've written down. You think you're not being creative because you're constantly judging yourself, you're constantly questioning yourselves, and you're feeling that when you're walking, you're not doing any work and you're not solving any problems, and it's not innovative enough because you feel only by being on Zoom, or you feel by only being on the computer, or you feel by only being in a meeting or in a boardroom. That's the way to be efficient or productive and stuff, but that's absolutely wrong. So many years back, it's an old story. I met a donkey kind of a guy online and stuff. I call him a donkey because he thought that working was the only way to be creative. And I'd left my job and I was enjoying myself and I was enjoying some burgers. I remember in either Burger King or somewhere, I messaged this guy saying hi to him and stuff. And he messaged me trying to look very busy and very taken in by his work, that you need to be productive and stuff and not waste your time. So at that point of time, because I was not working, I thought I was doing something majorly wrong. And then I thought that, hey, here's this guy who's sitting in an office and who's doing his work, who's appearing busy. How do I even know he's actually at work and he's actually busy? And he's a sales guy. So obviously he's trying to look like very smart and very focused and stuff and all that. And he's trying to put it in my head that I'm actually doing, in Hindi they call Vela Panti. But as I walked around in the mall, I explored the retail shops. I kind of took the retail recce. I kind of looked at the branding. I looked at the promotions and stuff like that. When I came back, I had much more ideas and everything than I would have ever had if I would have not gone for that particular mall, coffee, or spending my time having a burger and stuff. So this is how people put it in your head that only if you're in an office you're working and stuff. And there's so many days even I question myself that I've not been in the office and I'm not on my computer. Am I really working? So this is the way even thinkers think. You have to evaluate your productivity and your own efficiency. So you say you're still working only when you're on a computer and only when you're on a phone. only when you're doing those ideal, jobs between 9 to 5. But do you know that you're often working smarter when your calendar isn't jam packed with tasks? So take a break, take a breather, feel life, and unleash your imagination. Okay. So these are my lines from my downtime. I walk every day. I usually with my phone. I normally walk and I put my phone on a silent mode. Nobody reaches me, and sometimes I even leave my phone at home and I go for my walk because I don't want to be disturbed, and I want to soak up the real world. And I don't think there's any emergency bigger enough where people can't reach me by either reaching out to me at home or leaving a message and I can get back. Okay, so giving a home phone also helps and stuff. So a world completely away from the endless phone calls, from distractions where your mind can't even wander. And this is where I feel that I'm doing the best, and I'm actually out of the self judgment mode and allowing myself to even think more and think freely, because I know that as I walk out, I'm going to soak up more of nature, more of greenery, more of butterflies, more of birds, more of parrots, more of flora, more of planters, more of architecture, more of those syntax, tubes, more of those drums, more of those garages, more of those bees, more of those planters, more of those tires lying there, and I'm definitely going to get ideas. So creativity doesn't come when you're just sitting online. Yes, you can get inspiration from Pinterest and YouTube and stuff, but if you have to actually implement them, go offline, take a walk, and research it, come back, and you're going to put two and two together and have probably a four, and maybe a one added to it, a five, because you have value addition that way. So now when I went for my walk, I found those drums. I came back, I sent the idea to a couple of people I know. It could be implemented in my community and stuff like that. So this is where I'm coming from. It certainly helps you to be on a downtime, and rather than looking at it as a downtime, you could look at you can kind of relocate into it as a rejuvenation time, or creativity boost time and stuff like that. It's the way you think and the way you look at it. So going back to that story, if I would have kind of persistently let that guy's message play in my head, then he was looking so busy and so preoccupied and stuff, my creativity would have died. Okay, so even yesterday and today, I mean, I stopped being on the phone maybe for 7 hours, 8 hours, or whatever, and whatever I do is something which is personal and professional. But the point is, when I come back, I'm much more charged up, much more rejuvenated, much more joyful, much more optimistic, much more forward going and stuff, because I don't waste my time and energy following on who's posting what, who's liking me, who's following me and stuff like that. My team does that for me. So we know who's doing what and all, and when I say no means a no means a no. So anybody from the past who's trying to get in touch with me by posting to get my attention and all, I'm not interested in you, and I would not like to take names and create some drama, because I feel that certain people, be it celebrities, be it PR people, be it politicians, be it people from Bollywood, Hollywood, or whatever, they want to get that attention, they want to create unpleasantness. So a no means a no, buddy. If you're out of my life, you're out of my life for a reason. Okay. So my recommendation to such people is spend some time in nature, spend some time walking around, and get a grip on your horses and stuff like that, because nobody's interested in knowing people they've left behind or who've been left behind and stuff. And if we've left something on a good note, obviously the energy is good, or energy is great. We're going to reconnect, we're going to pick it up. I don't live in my past, neither should you. So move on, flush it and stuff. And coming back to creative ideas, don't they look beautiful? you know soak up some sun and have some fun and all that. Keep a book before you. This is a book that I have read so many times. It's before me here. A pad or a notebook to write your ideas and your thoughts. This is where I've read out my stuff from and all that. So write down and stuff, and creativity and inspiration can come from anywhere. And believe me, as I walk my dogs, as I walk around the sector, I had like a fantastic futuristic high-tech idea. I don't even know if people have thought about it or not, but if it was implemented maybe in a high-rise building project or something, people would be minting money. Cleanliness, so chodo, it would be so kick-ass and stuff. And I also came down to the community level of a affordable zone. So if that's done, you're sorted for good. So ideas don't have to be always pompous, and ideas don't have to be always kick-ass. Ideas can always be modest, humble. Ideas can be super expensive. Ideas can be promising and stuff, but if they're not executed, then it is just a fantasy, just a wish, just wishful thinking and stuff. So write down your ideas, and you never know where they may come handy. You may think, oh my god, ये idea तो हुआ ही नहीं है, और अगर पास में नहीं हुआ है तो कभी नहीं होगा. So it doesn't work that way. If that idea has not worked in the past, doesn't mean it's not going to work now. And if something is worked positively for you, it's going to work positively for you again. So I may share a small victory or a win around a community idea which I had done a number of years back, where maybe 20,000 trees were planted. We may have that again, but I'm not going to be sharing the details and stuff. So if it worked for me positively at one point of time in my life, which is about 6 years back or 7 years back, it may work. So maybe you can take a lesson from this, that ideas which have worked once upon a time can definitely work. Okay, so have fun and have a blast. Enjoy yourself. Organize yourself. Personally, professional, your thinking, and organize your wardrobes, because when you give yourself downtime and you also clean up besides walking and stuff, that's where you're also de-stressing and also kind of creatively aligning a lot of your thinking. When you're cleaning up, you'll see the ideas come in, when you're kind of shifting furniture, when you're kind of sorting out your photo albums, when you're kind of sorting out your clothes, when you're kind of making the bed, it helps. And I have done this over the weekend. I've also shifted my furniture because I'm quite practical that way. Whatever ideas I share, I implement those myself and stuff, so I can tell you how I feel about it after shifting my furniture. My family members, my dogs were a little confused around it and stuff, but as we are kind of enjoying the new energy, there are certainly new ideas that they're coming to me and stuff, so maybe you can use that in your own spaces by just shifting the furniture, and you know what to keep, what not to keep and stuff, and that's how you kind of bring in new energy, new chi, new creativity, new joyful stuff. Maybe your curtains need to go, maybe your shelves need to be fixed, maybe your lighting needs to be fixed. Maybe your drawers have to be painted, maybe your handles have to be taken care of, maybe you need to get a new bed, maybe you need to have new picture frames, maybe you can just redo or change the color of the picture frames and stuff, all those ideas come in. So if you think you're only working on your computer, it's not like that, you're working offline as well. So try that. jkapani@gmail.com, jashinkapani.im@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching me. I know they are all genuine views, because I've not paid for marketing and all that, and I'm so glad I've not gone in a big way, because I would have a lot of yes, of course, I know a lot of positive compliments and stuff coming in, but a lot of negative to deal with and stuff. So I'm very happy that my thoughts and my videos are helping you. Some people have been writing in to me and stuff, and also I do not WhatsApp, and I do not talk much on social media. So the best is to send me a mail and stuff and all that. Okay, so love and luck and take care. Stick to the tried and tested. Give me a call, and I will respond if you're on my phone list. If you're not, you can send me a message introducing yourself, and I'll come back to you for sure. So love and luck, have fun. This is Jashin Kapani. J for Jasleen, J for Jazz, J for Jazzline, J for Just Lean on Me, and J for Joy. Enjoy yourself and have a blast. Love and love. Take care. Bye bye.